Welcome to another video. I would like to talk about Surefire. My first experience with Surefire has got to be their weapon lights. I've run and like their weapon lights on quite a few of my rifles. Matter of fact, most of the time that's all I've been using is that type of setup. But just so you guys know, I'll never, prior to video filming or any of the rest stuff, I always make sure my guns are clear. I will never ever be showing a gun that's loaded, or never will I sit down and do any type of review or anything like that with a loaded weapon. It's just not safe. It's just not good handling rules there. This bad boy right here has been a great little light for me. I love Surefire lights. I love the way they mount up. I love the tape switch in particular. That tape switch happens to be my favorite. The little mag pull tape switch holder for M-LOK just is very super duper low profile. It doesn't turn on unless you want it to. It's just perfect the way everything mounts up for my hand anyway. I don't prefer the switch on top, but it's got a momentary and it's got a round button for on. I just don't prefer that tape switch. I just like the momentary. Just hit it. I don't need anything to turn it permanently on. Maybe at some point I probably will, but right now I just haven't found that I needed that kind of stuff. That's just one of the many products. The next product I was really kind of turned on to with Surefire actually came from one of Magpul's training videos, Art of the Dynamic Carbine, and that's when I was introduced to Surefire Ear Pro. I'm a big fan of Surefire Ear Pro. As a matter of fact, that's really the only ear pro I wear is Surefire Ear Pro. I just like the way they fit in my ear. I've liked the way so much that it's fit in my ear. I just came across this product. They're ear locks, and you can see on the back there. Hopefully it focuses, but they clip right on there, and they're 10 bucks. I love the way that they fit in my ear. So if you've ever used Surefire Ear Pro and you like them, I would probably recommend getting a set of these, because I like the Apple headphones. I'm probably one of the few out there that do. You either love them or hate them, I guess. And I'm interested to see how these work for me, which now that I'm going to probably start working out a lot more, this is going to come in very handy. The only other accessories and something that I've just gotten into here is, especially the more that I'm using products that use, like the EOTech, for example, I needed a way to carry some batteries with me, whether it was in a range bag or in a go bag. I wanted to have a way to have some spare batteries with me so that I can power my lights. I picked up these SC1s. They're the spares carrier, which holds 6 123A batteries and one of their lamp reflectors. I really bought these more for the battery holding aspect of them. I like the fact that they had a lanyard. It could be something I could hook either onto the side or inside of a bag. Like I said, and just keep track of my batteries. I can just grab that lanyard, go there, pull out a battery, swap it in, and if I have 6, for instance, on this weapon, one for the light and one for my EOTech. And so literally, the things that take batteries on this gun are going to be supplied at least 3 times over. That's my purpose in getting that stuff. So what do I think? I think Surefire products have been spot on. I've never had a light fail on me. I've never really abused them either. But I will say, from my experiences with them, they've all been spot on. There are other weapon lights out there, and there are other good like EDC lights, which I happen to be in the market for right now. I think I'm trying to, a Haley Strategic EDC light, I think interests me. I think that coincidentally may be Surefire as well. But I've also been looking at a bunch of EDC Surefire lights, and I think they have, actually I think they might even call them like an EDC 1 or 2 or some type of model number that Surefire might carry. You have to forgive me, I haven't done a lot of research here. Here's one more light that I have, or one more Surefire product that I have. Kind of use this in the beginning of the video. This is actually called a M600 AABK, and there's 2 reasons why I bought it, and this kind of gets to my last little deal here. I bought this because for me it was very interesting in the fact that this actually runs off of 2 AA batteries. The other main reason why I bought it is because of this tape switch right here. This tape switch, I am having such a hard time in finding this tape switch, and I wish it wasn't so. I love this type of tape switch. I am not a fan of not to say that I wouldn't use them if I didn't have to. I guess I have to at some point, or I'm going to have to at some point. But I am not a fan of the other TR7. I had one, I used it for a while, I got rid of it on one of the lights but I'm not a fan of it. I think it's called a TR7. I'm not for sure. It's a bigger, mounts on top of a rail, and it's got the little constant on. Then it has this switch here. I'm not a fan of that switch at all. I like this switch much better, simply because I typically lock it in at the 3 or the 9 o'clock rail with a Magpul M-Lock rail tape switch holder, and it is, for me, one of the best setups. So Surefire products, man, I don't think you can go wrong with them. I sure love them. I love these weapon mounted lights that they have. I'm a big fan of the 300 version. I had a couple of 600s, and they're just huge, and I think going with a smaller light, especially for some of these smaller pistol builds and smaller AR builds that I've gone with, I've really enjoyed them. I like Surefire in the fact that Surefire just doesn't do flashlights and that, but they've also done hearing protection. They've done ear locks. They've done a Surefire railed forend for my Benelli M4. It was something that I definitely wanted for my Benelli M4, and I like the fact that this company just does a lot more in the industry than one little tiny aspect, and even what they're doing in it is probably just one little tiny aspect. But I love their products, and so far for me they've been great. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I need to come up with some fancy sign off, as well as I need to work on a place to film. As of right now, this is my area where I can find a little bit of quiet space. At some point I'll have some of that stuff worked out, but for right now I'm just rolling with what I got, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a good one. I'll talk with you later. Thanks for watching. The heck how do you even, oh dude.